One of the objects that gets the most attention at a show is a lithophane. A lithophane is a piece of plastic or some other type of opaque material that has a photo embossed into it. And the way this is done is a relief is created, and then the photo is embossed into the relief using the grayscale of the photo. The lighter a color is, the deeper it'll go into the material. The darker the color is, the less depth will be embossed into the material. And that difference between lighter and darker will translate into a depth that when you hold it up to a light source looks exactly like the picture. And these are actually quite easy to produce. So let's start off by just creating a new file. And for this example, I'm going to use a 0.18 inch material. Depending upon the opacity of the piece you're using, different thicknesses might work. But anyway, anywhere from 1.18, maybe 0.2 inches down to an 1/8 inch or 0.1 inches could be used. You just want to remember that the amount you emboss into the photo needs to be a little bit less than the actual material thickness. So we're going to say 0.18 here. Now I'm going to bring in a photo. So let's bring in an image. And that's our previous image we just had there. And here we have a nice image that we're going to use. So let's make this just a little bit bigger here. Now I'm going to create a rectangle, and this is going to be my relief. And we're going to make the rectangle 8 by 10 inches and hit apply just anywhere on screen. And now I'm going to take it and hit Control 5 to center that right in the plate there. So this is going to be the boundary of our part. And you can always adjust what portion of your photo is going to be in here by moving this around. If I hit Control R, it'll show me where the boundary box is here. And maybe I can move my photo up just a little bit. But so it doesn't have to be the actual size of the photo. You can enlarge the photo in EnRoute and use only a portion of it for your lithophane. So now I'm going to select this part, and I'm going to make it a relief. I'm going to say create relief here. You can go to the surface menu. I'm going to choose a flat relief. I'm just going to put a flat relief here, resolution of 100, and I'm going to say a height of 0.14. Now I know my material is 0.18 inches thick, and I'm going to make the thickest part of this embossing be 0.14. That way I'll always have at least 0.04 inches of material in the bottom of this part, even if I go as deep as possible. So I'm going to hit apply here. Now I'm going to select both the photograph and the relief by dragging a box around them. Now we're going to go this time to the surface menu, and you see here apply bitmap. We're going to choose that. Now I'm going to say 0.14, which is the same thickness as the relief, and hit subtract. If I hit and subtract, light colors will go the deepest. If I hit add, light colors would add the tallest. But we want light to be thin here, so we hit subtract, and I'll hit close. Now let's turn off all the layers, so we're only looking at the main layer. And you can see that the image has been embossed here. Now, because of the height variation there, you can see that the lighter colors are going to go a little deeper. And then when you're holding this up to a light source, the backlighting of it will make the lighter colors appear lighter. So this is how we would create a lithophane in EnRoute. Now the next thing I'm going to do here before I would toolpath this would be to move it into the material. And I'm just going to go to the side view here so I can see this from the side. Let's go to the surface menu again, align reliefs to top a plate. And I'm going to hit Control R again to redraw this. Now if we highlight the front view or double click it, we can see that the relief is going to come down to a 0.14 inches, and then the extra 0.04 inches will be the thinnest part that gets created. So that's how we create a lithophane, and that difference there in toolpath, or the difference between the thickness of the material and the relief, will make sure we always have something back there. Now this would be a fairly easy toolpath to create. We're just going to go to hatch fill here, scroll down, and use with a fairly small detailed bit here. I would either go with a 1/8 inch bit, or possibly a 1/16 or a 3/32 bit if possible, to be able to get the good detail in here. We'll just say 1/8 here, and we're going to apply an overcut here to go all the way to the edge of the part. My relief selected is 0.14 inches, and we would want to change our overlap percentage to 90%. and put whatever feed rate we wanted to use here. And then hit OK, and we will create the lithophane. Say simulate 3D. And a bit will go back and forth here, and we'll lose a little bit of the detail because the bit was selected as a 1/8 inch bit, and so it won't get quite into some of the smaller parts, but it still will produce a very nice image here, and you can see the kind of embossing that's been created. Well, this is how you create a lithophane using EnRoute Softrware.